Hi everyone, my name is Chris Kennedy. I am a senior telecommunications major with a concentration in sales and promotion at Ball State University. And today I'd like to share with you some of my career goals that are evident through my business portfolio. My main goal is to go into a business to business outside sales position upon graduation. And currently I'm looking for jobs in the Indianapolis area as well as the Los Angeles, Southern California area too as well. So I did have the great opportunity of conducting an interview with a sales professional in the California area also. My overall purpose today is to show you an in-depth, more personal view of my business portfolio, the things I learned, and the insights that I gained. Some of my three main points that I like to go over today are explaining my job posting at Verizon Communications. I also like to share with you the person I interviewed in the California position, and as well share the advice that was given to me through my business communications interview. First, I like to explain that I did find a job posting with Verizon Communications as well, and the job posting was for a position entitled Business Account Manager. And upon looking at this position, I was a little confused as to what the position was, if it was sales related. So I did conduct some research on account managing positions as a whole and found out that it was very related to my previous sales experience. I did read about the business account manager position, and I saw that the position is responsible for prospecting, cold calling, generating new sales leads, as well as analyzing customer needs as well. The position caught my eye because I saw that it was a position that was very challenging. It was something that brought new day-to-day growth for the sales professional, and I'm a person who enjoys having that daily challenge, enjoys having new opportunities as well as new leads to chase after. So that is why I chose the business account manager position. Then I decided to conduct some more in-depth research. So the first thing I turned to was Google, and I came across an article that explained what an account manager does in general, as well as giving me some tips and kind of a to-do list for the day-to-day aspects of account manager position. I did learn that there were three major responsibilities of an account manager, and the three major responsibilities were client communication, meeting quotas, and reporting. And so the article did a very great job of explaining some in-depth background research about what client communication, quotas, and reporting were. I learned that client communication centers around some of the things that this class has taught me, which is making sure that the line of communication is fluid between the customer and the business that they're buying from, as well as making sure that internal communication runs very fluid as well. I also learned that quotas are a huge part of the business account manager position. Many times outside of their commissions, they are also required to meet monthly or weekly sales quotas that the account manager is responsible for making sure that they are doing the tasks that may help meet those quotas. And I also learned that reporting was a huge part of the business account managing position as well. A lot of times the business account manager has senior account managers that they have to report to, and the senior account managers have people that they also have to report to. So my research did help me see just how much the account manager position entails and if I think that I can be cut out for that or not. Of course, I also did conduct some salary research, and I did find that outside of added-on commissions, most positions with account managers pay between $45,000 and $60,000, depending on experience level as well as education level as well. Next, I decided to do some research on LinkedIn, and I came across a woman named Lisa Davis. She is a senior account manager for global wireline operations within the Verizon Communications department. I selected her because I saw that she did come from Chicago, Illinois, which is my hometown, and that she has moved to the Los Angeles territory recently, so she was able to provide very good in-depth on the Los Angeles market, and that's somewhere that I would like to see myself in the near future. Through our interview, she provided insight on proper communication protocol within her division, her success and failures, and that each job brings different advantages and disadvantages. And she also shared some projects that she's currently working on. Lisa was very insightful in showing me how to properly communicate within her position as a senior manager, which is somewhere I like to see myself within a few years upon graduation and getting my feet wet in maybe the business account managing position. And she also explained that change is something that I should be very, very familiar with and not afraid of if I would like to go into the sales or managing field. I do also plan to keep in touch with Lisa in the near future. She did tell me to reach back out to her in March as she would like to help me apply to some jobs. So I'm definitely going to keep in touch with her in the near future. And she has a great experience in the telecom field as well as sales overall, and along with customer service. The next main point I like to share with you is my process of interviewing. So I did have a little experience interviewing, conducting an information interview before, but I decided to make sure I had a list of basic questions to follow, as well as some follow-up questions for my basic questions. I also researched the company ahead of time and made a list of possible fitting questions and jobs that fit my criteria and my experience. Overall, the process went very well. I enjoyed the information interview. I did enjoy reading articles about actual job positions because I learned that a lot of times job positions are online and they have their list of requirements and responsibilities, but no one can actually explain before you go into the interview what the job actually does. So I was glad to find some helpful articles that gave a more breakdown of what the position entails before I actually would interview for that position. My interview was also very insightful, as I stated before, and I found myself really asking beneficial follow-up questions just to kind of probe Lisa's mind and get as much information out of her as possible. So lastly, just all in all, I was able to conduct a successful interview. I successfully researched the position before conducting an interview about that position, as well as finding a job posting that fit my criteria as well. Overall, I learned that embracing the aspect of change was extremely important and that it will go with me a long way. I did gain tips through this entire process as a whole of applying to jobs and how to format my application correctly as well. Overall, I enjoyed this experience and hope that what I'm sharing now can help someone else.